taken the lives of 9 residents. 144 have been injured, and damage is now estimated at $2 million.
The Anoka tornado, a memory to some of the area's oldest residents, has now become a documentary, mixing original video and pictures from the event with several first-hand accounts.
The idea to do this documentary came from, we have a video transfer service here at the TV station, and the Anoka County History Center had contacted us about some old home movies they had in their collection that they wanted transferred. And when we transferred them, we found out that a lot of them were actual home movies of this 1939 tornado. And since we had all of this interesting footage and stuff, and because we realized it was the 75th anniversary, we thought it would be interesting to try and do a project about that event.
While the History Center had more video than expected, finding people to share their story became a challenge.
Since it's been 75 years since the tornado hit, there are fewer and fewer people living in Anoka who experienced it firsthand. So finding people to talk to was kind of a challenge.
But they were able to find a few who were willing to share parts of their stories.
People were crying on the street, and there were just, the trees or the houses were just down. I mean, they were rubble, kind of like, and there was paper everywhere.
The guy had a broken windshield and some broken windows in his car, and he was very, very upset and very scared.
We couldn't find my dad.
Along with a historical record.
Destroyed are the Anoka Armory, 3 churches, the post office, the Masonic Temple, and the high school.
And, even more, the film highlights some of the ways that the tornado leaves its mark on Anoka to this day.
It's a thing that's, certainly a part of local history, a big part of a local history that really had a lasting impact on the city of Anoka and the surrounding county as well. It happened on Father's Day of 1939, absolutely devastated Anoka and the surrounding areas, led to, I believe, 9 deaths, and has left a mark on the area to this day that you can see, not just in things like architecture and in, historical pieces like this, but also just in even the name of the Anoka High School team, which is the Tornadoes because of the 1939 tornado.
Also important to Eric was sharing what he learned and the stories that the men and women shared with him.
I think that this was such a huge historical event for the area that really shaped things and obviously really affected a lot of people. But it's also one that I think is starting to be forgotten a little bit. So I'm really glad we were able to put this video together, as a time capsule of, of the photos and the home movies and then the testimonies of the people who were there for this generation and future generations.
For North Metro TV News, Danica Peterson reporting.